Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for being a part of the Moon Magic family. Now, we have a PowerPoint tomorrow actually, on the 4th of June. Now this is a timeless reading. You can tune in with it at any time. If you're drawn to any pick a card reading and it's really singing to you, there's almost certainly a message for you. But this is a PowerPoint that was identified by my sister Jocelyn, who's an amazing astrologer. It's a kite formation that was set, like a portal, an imprint that was set last year in 2024 at the time of the eclipses. And this is a time when we can get a turbocharged sort of power boost from the universe in terms of our manifestations, in terms of our lives generally, the whole upgrade. So really, this is a time when the planets align to support you. The astrology aligns to support you. There is empowerment, there's power, there is support. Whatever you need it's really favourable at this time. So we're going to be asking for messages and information to help you to know how to harness this energy. You know, how are the planets aligning in your favour? What do you need to know at this moment in time? Now, we have 3 beautiful cards to choose from, 3 crystals, and I'm also going to draw some tokens as well. So pile 1, you have Galactic Healer. This is for pile 1. And this is sitting with a beautiful piece of Amazonite. This is what your crystal looks like. Okay. And your tokens, see what token, let's see what comes through. It is just token, just one. You have a bomb. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Like the fuse is lit and it's a bomb. Ooh, explosive, how exciting. Wow. Very exciting. Okay, I'm not saying any more. We need to find out in the reading what this is actually about. Pile 2, we have the card Align Your Universe. This is for pile 2. And you have the blue calcite crystal. This is what it looks like. Okay, and let's see what token comes through for you. Yep, one again. You have, it looks like a shooting star, though it's actually taking off. Okay, so that is pile 2. Pile 3, you have Lead the Way. This is your card, and you have the crystal Aquacalcite. This is what it looks like. You can see why it's called Aquacalcite. It just looks like we're looking into the sea on a pure, amazingly beautiful day when the water is crystal clear but holds this kind of colour. So Aquacalcite for pile 3 with Lead the Way. And your token or tokens, let's see what comes through. You have, it's like a pin, like a kind of a drawing pin, but a really good one, which would pin something down, pin it firmly to the wall. We will find out what this means in your reading. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, whichever one you're drawn to. Beautiful souls, trust and follow through. If you're drawn to more than one, that's absolutely fine. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes there is more than one message. And because we are all kind of, I suppose, multitasking, I think, in manifestations. We're manifesting all the time. Whether we're conscious of it or not, we are manifesting all the time. And so there may well be more than one pile, more than one message to assist you at this moment in time when the universe's energy is aligned in every way to give you a power boost or some support or whatever it is that you need in your ongoing pathway, your ongoing journey, your ongoing manifestations. So, my beautiful souls, thank you for being here. I will leave the video running for just a few moments. All the cards and the tokens are listed below. I always do this. I put them in the description box so you can find them if you wish to. And I will see them. I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I am unbelievably intrigued to know what this bomb is that's ticking. You have Galactic Healer. Move forward with an open mind. Very interesting as well. Your token is number 16, and your first card, your significator card, is 17. So there's a movement forwards. Something is really shifting. I wonder if it's shifting suddenly. Gosh, let's find out what's happening here. May we inquire, please, about this PowerPoint? What energy, what messages are coming through? What is the universe aligning and putting in place to support Pile 1, to make Pile 1's world move forwards, perhaps very quickly with that bomb? A bomb is about to go off. Something is about to explode. Wow, what does that mean? Let's find out. Okay, I'm seeing these two. Right, let's look at these first, then we'll jump into tarot cards. Oh, look at that, cracked open. Wow, something is about to open up, to become visible, to crack, to reach its breaking point. Look at this, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. Okay. Right, we have Vesta. Fuel your inner fire. Scorpio, face your feelings. Capricorn, knuckle down and get to work. Cancer, soften your heart. Okay. Galactic Healer. I think that you have found yourself, or there's an energy around you where you feel very, very different. Now, you are actually being asked to embrace your differentness, embrace your uniqueness. But what I see here is it's also caused like a rift. You're quite exposed. That's what I see here at the moment. Or you have felt quite exposed, actually. Or you are even feeling quite exposed. Something's opened up. I think you're realizing how different you are. Now, I guess in a way, I feel I can relate to this. So I'll sort of voice something of my own personal experience, because I think the older I get, I actually said this to somebody the other day, the older I get, the more I realise that actually I have been in many, many situations in my life, a bit of a square peg in a round hole, even more than that. I just didn't fit the hole in any way, shape or form. You know, I'm different. I have been very, very different to perhaps what is the cultural norm around me in certain groups of people, the expectations of certain groups of people. I've never quite fitted. Now, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with me. It just simply means I'm different. Something is being cracked open here. But I think it's being cracked open with purpose. Surrender to the alchemy of life. The key here is how you navigate this. Actually, fuel your inner fire. Don't allow this feeling of being different to hold you back. Face your feelings. I think there are feelings of, will I ever belong? Will I ever fit in? But actually, you're on a different vibration. I think you know you're on a different vibration. Okay? I'll get your tarot cards in a moment to see, to get really more information about how this is panning out. Move forward with an open mind. Soften your heart. I think you are different. And this reading is twofold. It's asking you to honour your difference, fuel your difference, step into your difference, be your difference. I mean, look at this person out there on this kind of ledge, open to the universe, open to receive. I think the struggle for you at the moment, pile one, is how you somehow navigate who you are in terms of your vibration, your difference, and also how you navigate that in terms of the earthly domain that you currently reside in, and how you kind of address this, or how you... It's not even addressing it, because it just is what it is, actually. But it's how you navigate, how you feel when you realise you don't fit in, or people see it differently. And this is all about how you navigate those feelings. This is saying soften your heart to the fact that other people are really different to you and you are really different to them. This is like honouring their pathway as well as your own. Something has exploded or cracked open. And the challenge here is that it's left you feeling, it's left you feeling, I mean, this card actually says rock bottom. I think it plummets you to this sort of feeling of, where do I belong, or how do I belong, or that there's some energy, and you're sort of being asked to shift that energy, actually, to really recognise, soften your heart to those who are operating on a different vibration, but honour who you are. Let's get more information. May we kindly have information for my beautiful pile ones. May we ask how the universe is supporting my pile ones, what the planets are, how are the planets aligning to support my pile ones. Look at that, the one card that really shows itself. You have the star. Isn't that beautiful? Your guiding light, hope, optimism, renewed trust. You need to follow your own pathway. There's a situation around you where you need to follow your own pathway and not be swayed or drawn into the vibration of others. Yes, you are different. Well, how amazing is that? Okay? You are different. You are amazing. You are different. That's a joy. That's a gift. That's wonderful. Your tarot cards. The Hanged Man, the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the World, the Prince of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Okay. Your current situation is going to change. It will complete in some way, shape or form. But it's not going to complete immediately. Okay, there is something going on around you. I'll get some more cards in just a moment for you. But there's something going on around you which does not resonate with you. You're being asked to sort of almost just put it down, surrender. Trust that the universe, I think, is going to sort of sort this out. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, you're being asked to fuel your inner fire and to buckle down and get to work and sort of crack on with your life. Don't be drawn into this or be hung up by it or anything like that. It is a circumstance or a situation around you. We're not in charge of anybody else's pathway. Move forwards with an open mind, even if it feels like it's a bit explosive or it makes you feel despondent. It leaves you feeling like, gosh, what kind of a world am I living in? What kind of a world are we living in? You know, how is this going to fix itself? You know, it weighs heavy. It's interesting, there was a comment from somebody, and blessings to you all. Thank you so much for commenting. But the comment was, you know, actually really sort of clearly, I mean, I won't go into the details, even though the comment was publicly made on our beautiful channel here, and I thank you. But it really was from somebody who was saying, actually, I am overloaded. Just look at the way, you know, everything's kind of, excuse my language, but going to shit. Everything's going to pot. How am I supposed to feel positive? Well, this is sort of saying, look, there is loads of stuff that's going on around you, pile one, that is at a different vibrational level. You're being asked to hold your high vibration. You're not for everyone, but celebrate. You are for a lot of people, and you have a job to do. There's purpose to your being here. And this is saying to you, look, let the universe take care of this. You know, surrender in trust. Follow your North Star. Be yourself. And crack on with it with the Ace of Wands. Fuel your inner fire. Eight of Pentacles, buckle down and get to work. What I see is that something will be brought to a conclusion around you. And I think you will, even if you're feeling a bit powerless in a particular circumstance, something will be brought to a head, and you will be able to take an action in response to something around you that at the moment just feels like it hurts, or it's difficult, or makes you feel unhappy or despondent. You're being asked to sort of honour your feelings, face them, you know, but sort of park them in the knowledge that the universe is actually attending to this. There's more to this, there's a bigger picture. Acknowledge your feelings, but don't allow them to dominate your personal zone, your personal scene. Move forwards with confidence in who you are. Be confident in your difference. Because there will come a point when something will definitely shift. With the Prince of Swords, we see a movement. We see a sort of a... I mean, gosh, some people might even change their mind with the Prince of Swords. I sometimes see the Prince of Swords very much as a card that can indicate sort of gossip and drama, actually. There's a particular pack of cards that really... it works with the Greek legends. It's one of my oldest tarot packs, actually. It's called the, I think it's the new Mythic Tarot. It's not really new anymore, but it's got quite a lot of in-depth psychology in the interpretations, and those interpretations are based on Greek mythology. And the Prince of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, is very much a card of sort of the early beginnings of the power of the mind, which means it's also got sort of a bit of what I would call gossipy, drama-y kind of energy, where people can sort of say stuff and be a bit spiteful without necessarily being, you know, perhaps they're not fully aware of it, or if they are, it's because they haven't really grown up. They've got quite a low vibrational energy. But I think some people are going to change their mind with the King of Cups, whereas at the moment they are seeing through, you could call it the illusion, but I think that's a fair comment. Seeing, you know, at the moment they're looking through a particular lens. I think their perspective with the world and the King of Cups is going to change in a really favourable way, and there are people who may currently see your difference as either a threat or something that makes them feel uncomfortable or fearful because it's out of their comfort zone, or they are at a low vibration. So something maybe has hurt your feelings, something's been said or done, or as I said, just circumstances around you are just a bit overwhelming. You have purpose, you have calling. Buckle down and get to work. acknowledge your feelings, but don't dwell in them. And just really, just surrender. I think the universe, with the World card here as well, is actually going to change. And that's part of what's coming through. That's part of the support that this PowerPoint is bringing. Circumstances will change. I think people's perspectives will shift. I think you're going to be quite adored and revered, possibly by some of the very same people who currently are either wary of you or, view you in that sort of slightly gossipy, dramery kind of way. I also think if this is just general stuff, I think as you step up, your own strength, your own heart centre will grow. And again, people will admire you for your gifts, for who you are. So whatever is going on around you, whether it's in more general terms, I think for many of you there's something specific that's really hurt you or upset you or left you feeling exposed and vulnerable. Just put that to one side. Surrender to the universe. The universe and the planets are aligning to support your purpose, your growth. Knuckle down, get to work. And I do think there'll be a real shift in the way that people see you. I think you're to be revered, Three of Wands, very much seen and understood that if you are different, it is because you sing from the heart, and you will be revered for that. You're to be supported in being who you are, not put down for who you are. At the moment you may feel put down, different, exposed, but actually cherish your difference, cherish who you are. I think this is genuinely going to shift, and that's what the universal energy is all about. Behind the scenes, that's what's being worked through, and your role in this right now is simply to not feel sort of blown apart by people's perspectives and opinions. Just honour how you feel and then crack on with what you need to do. Keep on your own amazing pathway, however different it is. I think the turnaround will come, and I think genuinely you'll be revered, which is just lovely. You'll be loved with the King of Cups here. My beautiful, beautiful pile one. Yeah, keep going. We are right now in this process of such a massive upgrade. There is absolute turmoil, and people are, don't know which way to turn, what to think, how to operate. And, the key thing here is for you to stay on track in your own absolutely remarkable and unique and amazing way. Pile one, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you those of you who've actually jumped on board my tarot course. It is currently at a reduced rate. That won't be it won't be reduced for too much longer. So if that's something that's really firing you up, jump on board while you can. It'll be at a reduced rate for a while, but not at such a huge reduction. So do check it out. I'll put links to everything below. All the cards are listed there, along with the timestamps, obviously. And thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing your stories. I'm really, really honoured to be connected with you all. Tons and tons of love. Pile one. Pile two, welcome to your reading. Really blown away by the shooting star. Align your universe, navigate distractions. Now, blue calcite is a very calming energy. I'm wondering let's draw the rest of your cards before we dive in, but it is a powerful card to be drawing. Align your universe at a time when the universe is aligning to support you. I wonder if this is really an indication that the universe is aligning at this moment in time. Literally, the stars are lining up for you to excel in something, to be like a shooting star. Or is it is a dream to come true in some way, shape or form? Let's, there's more. Yeah, there's more. There we go, it's that one coming from the base. I just knew there was another card to come from this pack. May we kindly ask for my beautiful pile twos, all about this alignment What is happening to support my beautiful pile twos? What is this about? May we kindly ask for guidance, information, anything that you need to know. You have baby steps. Action is needed. Now follow your intuition before it makes sense. So this is a real keep going. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposite extremes of life, and then inner earth, which is about new solutions and new beginnings. Gosh, you'll survive this. Right, okay. Navigate distractions. I think there's something that you need to grasp with both hands, as it were. Let's find out more. But yeah, I feel there is something you need to grasp. Just don't, it's like, don't be afraid to grasp it. You know, you can do this. You can, just because it doesn't quite make sense, or because it doesn't make logical sense, or you can't quite see the logic or the reason behind it, or even something that's sort of almost on paper, it doesn't look like it's the right thing to do, but you know what? It just feels right. There's something that is pulling you. Fall into my arms. Just, yeah, let's see what else we have. Neptune, get lost in the lavender haze. Palace, fight the good fight. We have fourth house, go back to basics, and descendants. 2 is better than 1. Okay. Gosh, fall into my arms. As I was reading that, I was thinking, is this for some of you a relationship reading? Is there someone you're meant to be working with? And I think there is. Go back to basics, but look at the house here. Look at the hearth fire here. Feeling at home with someone with palace. We've got this beautiful bat showing up here. Neptune, get lost in the lavender haze. I want to say immerse yourself in something. Don't let anything, I want to say don't let stuff get in the way. Dive in. Have a go. Just sort of do it. You know, don't hold back. Because it's a gateway. That's what the planets are aligning for. That's why this, I said when I drew this token, and I kind of said, it looks like a shooting star, and yet it's a star that's being pushed upwards. It's not like a shooting star that's coming down from the planet, from the planets to Earth. It's pushing upwards. It's like it's going into orbit. There's something for you to dive into, to immerse yourself in, to jump in fully, wholeheartedly, to be completely lost in it, even though it doesn't quite make sense. It's it is actually really right for you. It really is right. Now with the fourth house, it does seem to relate to kind of your home, your family, your roots. I wonder if there is someone, for some of you, who you feel like you've come home. It's like it's, someone where you just feel like you're at ease, you're comfortable, you come home to yourself, you feel at home with them. I think for some of you, this is literally a someone. Throw yourself into the arms of them, fall into the arms of them. It doesn't make any sense, but do you know what? It feels right. Get lost in how this feels and just do this. For some of you, there could be a cause. You could even be feeling like you want to step up and fight someone's corner. And just again, fall into it. I'm not quite sure exactly what that's about. I'm going to ask for some more cards, particularly around Palace here. Why would you want to, what's the fight, the good fight? Is this standing up for what you want? Standing up for what feels right for you? Maybe some of you need to move house. Or perhaps this would involve leaving behind some aspect of your current world or home life, but this is about new solutions and new beginnings. This feels right. I think the universe is currently aligning to support you in fully embracing something that is right in front of you, but for some reason it doesn't make logical sense to pursue it, and yet it feels right. For some of you, this is some kind of partnership or relationship, and it doesn't make any sense. It's not logical. Perhaps you have to up sticks and move, and you think, well, why would I do that? Or maybe it's a new job that gives you half the money that you were previously having, but you know what? It makes complete sense because it feels right, even though logically it doesn't make sense. That this is the energy around you. Let's draw your tarot cards. I'm curious about Palace particularly as well. Maybe inquire about Palace, please. We'll receive some information about that. Let's look at these cards first. We have the Devil. Ah, I understand what this is saying now. Queen of Cups. I totally understand what this is saying. The fight, the element of the fight here is because I think you could do battle over this within yourself, because it doesn't make logical sense. It's like you feel like you've got an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other. I'm hearing caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. There's a situation around you. It just doesn't make logical sense to go there, but everything in you says, I want to do it. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm seeing you being very divided with the Two of Swords. And then we have the Nine of Cups, but you know what? Your heart is singing. Your soul is singing. You want this. Your intuition is saying, this is everything I want, everything I desire. But all sorts of other bits of you are saying, or the logical part of you is saying no. The planets are aligning to assist you in diving in, grasping this and having it. That's actually what this is about. Two is better than one. Jump into the arms of this person's scenario, even though it doesn't make sense. Dive in. Get lost in it. Okay, that's really clear. That's really clear. This is the battle within. Okay, what else are we shown around this? How are the planets aligning to assist my beautiful pile twos? It feels like mega exciting, but also like massively sort of daunting as well. Right, we have the Wheel of Fortune because it's life-changing. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. Oh my goodness me. We have the Six of Swords. We have the World, and we have the Queen of Wands. Okay. I am actually really seeing... gosh, no wonder you're feeling kind of all over the place about this. My beautiful pile two. I think this has rocked your world. With the Wheel of Fortune, I think you kind of didn't expect to feel the way you feel about this. Now, I think this could also change. I think you're actually very aware that your world could radically change and fast. It's almost as if you can't quite hold back with the world. But with the Four of Swords, and this is the same energy as the blue calcite. Blue calcite is so calm. It's such a steady, gentle energy. It lowers anxiety. It gets you kind of still, even in the face of massive excitement, because this is actually very, very, very exciting. This whole immerse yourself, get lost in this. But it's almost as though this can move forwards very, very quickly. And the key to navigating it, aside from immersing yourself in it and just diving in, is to take pockets of stillness. Really keep your meditation practice up daily. It's like, try to remain calm in the face of this massive, massive dive into something that I suspect you are doing with someone. Perhaps it's a new beginning in an existing relationship. Perhaps it's something that you're embarking on with someone. A massive move, or a massive, let's do this together, let's work on this together. With the Six of Swords, I do feel that this will, and then followed by the World, I do feel that this will reach a point of what I would call steadiness quite quickly. Consolidation, that's a better word rather than steadiness. I think it will reach a point of consolidation with the World really very fast. So in a way, I almost want to say, pile 2, dive in and enjoy the saturation of the excitement and the mesmerizing stuff of this, because, you know, actually relatively quickly I think it's going to become quite established, if I'm honest, which is fabulous, you know. But rather than feeling daunted by it, try to really lean into and love the excitement of it. Love what it's bringing. I feel there's a space for another card here. Let's draw another one. Love what it's bringing. Enjoy the uncertainty. Yeah, look at that, the Hanged Man. Just surrender. Surrender to this. And it is a bit like, if I use falling in love as an example, that could be for some of you exactly that. For others, it's something, you know, it's something else. But it's like launching into something. And I think, you know, when you fall in love, it's like with rose-tinted glasses. Well, very soon, relatively quickly, you know, we do start to get to know the other person properly, and you start to have, you know, you start to build a real world together. And it's amazing with the Queen of Wands. This is really transformational. There's nothing negative here. But it's like, so why not enjoy that in-love period? Why not just surrender to this and fall in love with the very essence of whatever this is for you? If you feel like everything is skyrocketing so fast that you can barely keep your feet on the ground, or you're being swept off your feet, love it and enjoy it. But also, it will move forwards quite quickly. I think it's going to consolidate, transform, so surrender to it. And if you feel like you just aren't on solid ground, get still. If circumstances are changing very, very, very fast, if you've entered a business partnership and it's like, whoa, this is going so fast, I barely feel like I know where I am or what I'm doing, or contracts to be signed, and, you know, where do I go with this? Just immerse yourself in it and love the journey. Love this stage of the journey. It's going to consolidate very, very quickly, and then I think it will be loaded, to be honest, with the Queen of Wands, with passion, with potential, with amazingness. You know, you will feel like you've come home to this. So yeah, your reading is so clear, pile 2. I really love the energy of this. Do you know, whatever this is, if you feel able to, do share, because in the comments, I would really love to, and I'm sure people would be very inspired by hearing about whatever it is that you are diving into that feels like you've just got to absorb yourself in it and love it for what it is, you know, without fear of, will it work out, won't it? I mean, everything here is suggesting it will. But yeah, this is like, love the moment. Surrender to it, embrace it. I mean, why not? This is like, this has got the energy of a shooting star, and the planets are aligning to make this window of this opening, this thing to dive into, to make it open for you right now. So, you know, what's not to love, pile 2, whatever this is. So my beautiful pile 2s, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for subscribing and letting people know about the channel, for sharing. Don't forget to press the little bell icon if you want to make sure that you never miss a reading. Thank you for commenting as well. It's so good to hear what is happening in your lives. It really is. Thank you for sharing. You know, it's a real honour to read about your journey. And thank you also to those of you who have dived into my tarot course while it is still at a much reduced rate. It will be at a reduced rate for a while, but the much reduced rate won't be for much longer. It's sort of got a secondary discount on it at the moment, and which came about because of a reading. So if that is something that you're thinking of diving into, and you think it might be a perfect fit for you, you know, do check out the information page that I've created, because you'll be able to tell. There's loads of information there about the reading, and it will help you to know whether it is right for you or not. And beautiful souls, thank you all for everything you do and all of your support. Tons and tons and tons of love. My lovely pile 3, welcome to your reading. Lead the way, light your own path. Look at the energy, the sort of, well, gosh, the way the light is held in this beautiful aqua calcite. I do feel with your charm, your token, that you are to pin something down. But let's find out more before we dive straight in. I'm seeing this one for you as well. Gosh, I think, isn't it interesting? I think pile 1 had 2 cards from this pack. Pile 2 had 3, and you've got 4. What else do we have here for my lovely pile 3, please? How is the universe aligning to support pile 3? What support, what energy, what gifts, what guidance is being brought? I'm seeing this one as well. Let's see what we have. We have Hyreth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Oh, blessings to you. Activated earth. Ah, gosh, I'm really getting your message, or at least one coming through already. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. It's happening. Keep holding the vision and baby steps. This is all about trusting your intuition. If you were drawn to pile 2, my beautiful souls, there may be a message there for you, because this card came out in pile 2. Right. Pinning something down. We have shadow period. We have Vesta, fuel your inner fire. We have ascendant, take things at safe value. Shadow period, proceed with caution. I think a period... I'll ask more about this in just a moment. But I was going to say, I feel like maybe a period where you took something at face value and it didn't work has ended. Longing for home. Let's just really lean into this. Right, the very first message that came through is that you are absolutely connected. I mean, I think you probably already know this. Some of you may even know which star galaxy, which star nation you are connected with in terms of your consciousness. You're absolutely connected. I know we are all made of the stuff of stars, but there are people on this planet who are a star soul, and you will just know who you are. You'll always have felt a bit different. You can connect with your star family at particular points, power places. There are particular energy points on the land, ley lines, energy centres. I mean, many of them are held in stone circles. When you go to a stone circle, I mean, very often they are portals. They are Stargate portals. As we all know, they are in perfect alignment, very often with specific planets, with specific planetary alignments, with specific ley lines that are powered up at certain times. Now, you can go to these places and you will be able to make direct connection with your star family. These are star gates. Some of you may already know specific places where you can connect. But if you are really struggling and feeling homesick, you know, you look at the stars, you feel like you don't quite belong on earth sometimes, and you look at the stars and you just think, you know, that's my family. Well, absolutely, they are. But you can connect very directly with them in certain places. And this was a message that I was really picking up on that was coming through first. Light your own path, lead the way. Don't be afraid to step up, to follow, you know, the information and guidance that you also receive. You do need to take action. I think it's interesting. Take things at face value, proceed with caution, fuel your inner fire. I think the combination of these cards actually is saying to you, especially with baby steps, I mean, look at this stargate opened here. Fuel your own inner fire. I think take things at face value. I think you are being given very, very specific guidance and information, and they are asking you to trust it. You know, believe in what you're seeing, believe in what you're being shown. Now proceed with caution. It's interesting, isn't it? Follow your intuition before it makes sense. I'm going to draw your tarot cards, because I feel like it's like a dichotomy, or a dual message here. Yeah, look at the dual knobs on this here. This is like a radio, like a frequency, tuning in. I think you need to tune into the right frequency in order to receive the accurate messages. And that's why it's got proceed with caution. Let's get more information for you. My lovely pile threes, may I please get more information? That one really wants to be seen. 6 of Pentacles, and we have the buffalo. Now the buffalo is the north point of the medicine wheel, and this is Buffalo Calf Woman, who came here to teach people. She arrived, her story, she arrived on our beautiful earth, incarnated into this extraordinarily, stunningly beautiful woman. And immediately she was met by 2 men. And one of them just wanted, you know, really, it was about lust, and it was about ego, and it was about, you know, his own desires. And he was really pushy. He pushed for what he wanted. And she just said, okay, fine, come with me. And she embraced him with all of his desires, but he just kind of like dissolved into a sort of a pile of dust and ashes. And the other one, who held a higher vibration, recognized that she was here to hold that higher vibration, to bring gifts. So we've got this sort of duality in her story. Meeting with 2 men, one of a low vibration, one of a high vibration. Light your own path. I think you may be finding that you are particularly susceptible at the moment to other people's vibration. You may be feeling like a bit up and down, like a yo-yo in your energy. You might find your energy levels are up and down. One day you've got tons of energy, you feel really focused, you know what you're doing, you know the path you're on. Other times you just kind of plummet, it's more challenging. Fuel your inner fire. You actually need to be firstly looking after yourself, and also, especially with the ascendant energy as well, tune in. You're being asked actually here to tune into your star family, so they can assist you and they can guide you. You're going to find yourself drawn to certain places, or if there are places around you, or even in your dreams, you may find you visit other galaxies. This is purposeful. The stars are guiding you. Your star nation, whatever that nation is, your star nation are currently guiding you. Your star family are currently guiding you. Now, and they really want to help you to tune into their frequency to kind of lift you from the shadows, actually. So we have the Sun and we have the Six of Swords. We have the Hermit. Yeah, we have the Fool, we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Seven of Swords. Look at the Stag showing up here. Let me make sure we've got these lined up. We'll draw some more cards beyond this as well. There may be an opportunity for you. If it's not around you already, it might be quite soon. I think there may be an opportunity for you to travel. Or to journey, you know, it doesn't feel like a relocation, interestingly enough. More just to travel to somewhere. And perhaps you're visiting somewhere. It could even be a vacation, a holiday. Or to visit, you know, it doesn't have to be overseas, but it might be, but there is an opportunity for you to travel to somewhere. It could even be that you have an opportunity to do a shamanic journeying course, so the journeying could literally be within. But for many of you, there is almost like a physical travel to something. You could be, you could have the potential to go on a retreat, or to go on a retreat, even like a weekend or a day of something. But there is something on your horizons that will open up and connect you to your star family. And they are asking you to put aside, with the Ten of Wands here, you might feel like, gosh, I've got too many commitments, I can't do that. Like, you know, I can't, you know, I'm working full time, I couldn't possibly take that day off. They're actually asking you to take that day off. You know, you don't have to say, I've got to go off and visit this sacred place because I need to connect with my star family. You know, you can handle this with tact and diplomacy, but there is going to be a way for you to go somewhere or connect to something. It could be a retreat, it could be a course, it could be a workshop even. It could even be an online workshop where you can tune into a higher vibration. But there's definitely something coming your way. And for some reason, you might be reticent to leap forward and grasp it. Perhaps you think it might be too expensive, or you're worried about your current commitments. But you definitely are being asked to grasp it. Take it, you know, jump in, you know, go for it, book it. I think things will be taken care of here for you. But this is definitely purposeful. You're being guided to this retreat, this location, this because it's going to sort of, and they're asking you to pin down this kind of the plan to do this, and literally and then go for it, because there's somewhere, for many of you, it genuinely is a location, somewhere you are meant to go to, somewhere you're meant to visit, somewhere you are meant to be, because you will connect to your star family. It will open that channel. If you don't already know who your star family are, but you think that you're, you know, one of, you know, you hold that in you, this will be that moment of absolute realization where you know who you are, you know where you've come from, you know who you're connected to. And they are asking you to trust your intuition. You need to tune in. That's what I'm seeing with this card. You need to tune into the right frequency, and they want to help you do this. I will ask for a little bit more information around this. I mean, the shadow period, I feel, is more to do with feeling as though you're in the shadows, and actually they're trying to help you to find that light. And the planets are aligning to open this window for you right now. But I will just ask, could we kindly have information about the shadow period card, please? Just to confirm that I'm right about this, or is there any more information? Or indeed to confirm I'm not right about it, but let's ask. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, yes. look at this stargate. Literally, could you see a greater stargate opening for you with a castle? It's something on the land. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is just amazing. The Ten of Swords, which is very interesting because this, we see somebody being resurrected, brought alive again. And the King of Wands. Wow, King of Transformation. Yeah, there is a portal, a stargate, or something somewhere that you need to connect with, or that will be perfect for you to connect with. Now, whether you are taken there in your dreams, some of you, I guess could be a possibility, but I actually, for most of you, feel that it does involve physical travel. If you're not able to travel, or this isn't resonating, I mean, it's possible this isn't the right reading for you. Unless you are, as I said, able to travel in your dreams. But for many of you, it could involve going north with the buffalo here. So I'll just voice that. That won't be for all, it will be for some. But of course, ultimately the medicine wheel points to all four directions. So it could be that you, I think, yeah, whatever that direction is, I think there is a visiting a place that's really important. Right, let's see if anything else comes through for you, pile 3. May we ask for any further guidance, any further information about this? We've got the Chariot. You need to take action in this. King of Cups, 7 of Cups, 6 of Cups, and the Star. Back to following the stars and the Star Nation. Right, you do need to take action. Sort of, again, a bit like this card here with baby steps. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So, you know, if it's feeling right, if you're loving the feel of it, you're drawn to it, then, you know, take action. There could be, with the 7 of Cups, there could be choices around, you know, how to approach this, potentially, perhaps. I mean, the 7 of Cups speaks of choices that talk about sort of money sometimes, almost like the material versus the spiritual. But actually with the 6 of Cups, and this is also nostalgia. This is a card of nostalgia. For some of you, you could go back to somewhere you've been already. In fact, for many of you, this is a return, although of course it's a return to your star family. For some of you, there could even be a pilgrimage of some sort. You know, in something I've been shown really clearly in my own journeys, my own shamanic journeying, and my own travels, particularly around the UK here, and this has been absolutely backed up by my own mentor, who is quite genuinely one of the most gifted seers on the planet, that there used to be like pilgrim routes that people would take. They would go from one site to another. It could be a stone circle or a holy well. Look at the star, she's standing in water here. But they would walk from one place to another, and this would be shamanically guided, where people would go on a pilgrimage, because it would be a pilgrimage of healing, or a pilgrimage of connection, or a pilgrimage to bring them the information and the guidance they needed. And they would go from one site to another. And the route, I mean, a bit like when we think about some of the pilgrimages that people still take, you know, where people walk from one, you know, literally they walk along a particular line. But pilgrimages would also have been going where someone would go from one site to another site to another. And the order of the site was very specific, because it was raising and bringing information and guidance very specifically at each of those sites. So one site would be a portal to one star connection, and a piece of guidance or information would be received there, and then they would go to the next site where they would be receiving another piece of guidance. And you know, I've certainly been shown this really clearly, and it's been backed up by my own mentor, that this was something that would be done. And it would be very unique and very personal to the person who was embarking on the pilgrimage. It could be bringing healing, it could be bringing wisdom, insight, knowledge that's needed to be brought down to earth and implemented. But there is something of a journey for you to embark on, and you are being asked, you have conscious free will and choice, it's up to you to tune into. I think it's going to tune you into certain frequencies, actually. And you do need to take action of some sort with the Chariot. So it is suggesting there is an opportunity. And whether the travel is locally, as I said, or even joining, maybe you're signing up to a shamanic journeying course or something along those lines. But there's something here where you need to take the initiative, or they are inviting you. I mean, you have conscious free will and choice. You can do whatever you like. No reading will tell you what to do. But there is an opportunity here for you. And they are sort of asking you, perhaps you've been deliberating, do I, don't I? They're asking you to sort of pin this down. And, you know, start to really, really, really trust your inner guidance on this, trust your intuition, and I think kind of take the steps towards this, whatever it is. So, yeah, this is your reading, pile 3. This is what the planets are aligning to create. You're kind of being sent to some sort of stargate, and for some of you it's more than one stargate where places link up, like doing a little tour of somewhere. But whatever that is for you, my beautiful souls, trust it and go with it. This is amazing. Pile 3, keep us posted. You know, this is operating at a very high frequency, a high channel, as it were. And, you know, they are really, really wanting to to set you up to be on that sort of that channeled level of receivership. So thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. It really helps the channel. Thank you for sharing and liking. And don't forget to press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. And also thank you all of you who are also tuning into my tarot course, which of course I also do teach you to open channels. If that's something that is you're linking in with. I mean, it's interesting because on the level 2 of the training, I do actually take you out onto the land, and we learn to work with the land and the energy of energy centers, stone circles, all of these things. So, you know, it's my tarot course works on 2 levels. You know, level 1 where you literally learn to channel and become a reader, and then of course level 2 where we move on to a whole new ways of working, particularly for those that want to work professionally. But look, if that's appealing to you, do check it out. There's a page full of information. All of the links to these things are below. At the moment, the course is available at a sort of a double reduction at the time of doing this reading. So, you know, it will be reduced for a little while anyway, ongoing, but there's a double reduction at the moment. And again, it's something that came through a reading. But if that's appealing, then do check it out. And whatever is calling you, really, really take those baby steps and just trust what is feeling right. Tons of love, pile 3. It's an honour to read for you.